my team and I are back with the CNBC-TV18 Newsreel after a short breather. I'm Archana Solanki. Here's a gentle reminder to like, share and subscribe our video if you like our work. Let's get started with the cover story. Days after the massive train accident that killed 288 people in Odisha, Coromandel Express, one of the trains involved in the triple collision in Balasore, was seen departing from Shalimar railway station for Chennai for the first time since the accident. Meanwhile, a CBI team visited the spot for an investigation into the incident. This is the second day of their on-ground investigation. Moving on, an Air India flight flying from Delhi to San Francisco with more than 200 passengers on board had to be diverted to Russia's Magadan after it developed a technical snag in one of its engines. Air India has sent a relief aircraft to Magadan that will take the stranded passengers to San Francisco. Meanwhile, the US State Department said that they are monitoring the situation closely as the flight was bound for the US. It is most likely that American citizens were also on board. About 42,000 people are at risk from flooding in Russian and Ukrainian controlled areas after Ukraine's largest dam was destroyed. Both Russia and Ukraine are blaming each other for it. The collapse of the Nova Kakhovka Dam in southern Ukraine has sparked fears of an ecological catastrophe, with Ukrainian President Zelensky describing the situation as an environmental bomb of mass destruction. Reports say at least 100 people in the Russian-controlled town of Nova Kakhovka are trapped and thousands of wild animals have been killed. Back home, in a relief for farmers, the government has announced a hike in the minimum support prices for various crops grown in summer. The MSP, or minimum support price, is the rate at which the government buys crops for farmers. The MSP for paddy, the most widely grown crop in India, has been raised by 143 rupees per quintal to 2,183 for common variety and 2,203 for grade A variety. The MSP for moong has been fixed at 8,558 rupees a quintal, which is 803 rupees higher than last year. Meanwhile, farmers continue their protest demanding minimum support price for sunflower seeds in Haryana. The cabinet has approved an outlay of over 89,000 crore rupees for BSNL. This includes allotment of 4G and 5G spectrum for the telecom company via equity infusion. This is the third time the government has sanctioned a revival package for the cash-strapped entity. Right, let's take a look at the market. Sensex and Nifty gained for the straight fourth day, ended 0.5% higher to end at 6-month closing highs. Nifty is only 150 points away from hitting new peaks. Mid-caps continue to outperform the blue chips, and that index rallied over 1% to hit record highs. Financials relatively underperformed. In fact, India's market capitalization is at $3.5 trillion for the first time since December 1st of last year. All right, let's get to the latest on the Manipur violence. People from Manipur's Kuki community staged a protest outside Union Home Minister Amit Shah's residence in New Delhi against the ongoing violence in the state. Meanwhile, 3 people, including a woman and her son, were killed after an ambulance they were travelling in was set on fire in the state's West Imphal district. The incident occurred on Sunday evening when the boy was being taken to a hospital by his mother and their relative after he sustained a bullet injury in his head during a shootout. All right, let's get the latest on the protesting wrestlers. Bajrang Punia and Sakshi Malik, who are at the forefront of the protest against Federation Chief Brij Bhushan Singh, met Sports Minister Anurag Thakur today. Farmer leader Rakesh Tikait was also present in the meeting. The wrestlers have reiterated their demand for Singh's arrest over sexual harassment allegations. Anurag Thakur has assured that the investigation will be done by June 15th. Remembering Delhi's former Education Minister Manish Sisodia, who's in jail, and his work, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal got emotional during the inauguration of an educational institute in Delhi. In the video, Kejriwal was seen welling up while talking about Sisodia's contribution to Delhi's education sector. Cyclone Biparjoy has rapidly intensified into a severe cyclonic storm, with the weather department predicting a mild monsoon onset over Kerala. It is the first storm brewing in the Arabian Sea this year. Local authorities have issued warnings to fishermen from venturing into the deep sea. According to a morning update, it lay centered almost 800 kilometers west-southwest of Goa, 970 kilometers southwest of Mumbai, and 1,350 kilometers south of Karachi. New York has the world's worst air pollution because of smoke that has drifted south from wildfires burning in Canada. Officials have warned residents to limit time outdoors. Canada is set to experience its worst ever wildfire season as blazes are forecast to continue through August. There are currently 413 active wildfires across nearly all Canadian provinces and territories, and roughly 26,000 people are under evacuation orders. A man armed with 4 handguns killed 2 people and wounded 5 others when he fired into a crowd after a high school graduation ceremony in America's Virginia. The suspect, a 19-year-old, has been arrested. With this, the number of mass shootings in which 4 or more people were shot or killed since the start of 2023 has risen to 279. Top crypto exchanges in US are facing legal action over their trading practices. Authorities have pledged to police the industry more aggressively using existing rules, arguing that many crypto assets function like other investments which are subject to oversight. Efforts to increase scrutiny have picked up after last year's dramatic collapse of another major exchange, FTX, that left many customers unable to access their funds. New York City has sued Hyundai Motor and Kia, accusing the South Korean automakers of negligence and creating a public nuisance by selling vehicles that are too easy to steal. New York City has accused the 2 firms of failing to install devices that prevent cars from being stolen, after a social media challenge prompted young teens to steal vehicles off the street by hot-wiring them using a USB cable. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak flew into Washington and is likely to meet his US counterpart Joe Biden for a White House summit. During the summit, Sunak, along with Biden, would be pledging support for Ukraine after Russia was accused of blowing up a major dam to thwart an apparent counteroffensive. Finland has handed over 1 crore rupees speeding penalty to one of its richest men. Businessman Anders Wickloff was caught driving 30 km per hour above the speed limit. In Finland, traffic violation fines are based on a driver's daily disposable income, generally considered to be half of their daily net salary. The more a driver is over the limit, the greater the number of fines they receive. This practice is common in the Nordic region. In this case, the multimillionaire was required to pay a fine equal to 14 days of his income. Right, let's give the big headline from the world of sports. This is the World Test Championship final taking place at the Kennington Oval Stadium in London. India captain Rohit Sharma won the toss against his Australian counterpart and elected to bowl first. India bidding to their first ICC trophy after a gap of almost 10 years, having last won the 2013 Champions Trophy under MS Dhoni. And that's it from me and my team. We'll be back tomorrow with another power-packed lineup of the top headlines. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.